So retailers had an impact on the JSE's performance. Tell us.
They did. We did see food and drug retailers really weighing the JSE down. I think food retailers were about 1.92% down, while the drug retailers were about 1.2% down. The mining stocks did, however, try to boost the local bourse with news that China and the US might actually reach a trade deal. So that was a little bit of good news for the miners, which we do know have been struggling quite significantly. So we did see the JSE lose about 2% this week, closing today at around 0.1% weaker. So it's going to be interesting to see how it performs next week. We've got inflation data coming out, and this is, of course, ahead of that MPC decision by the Reserve Bank. So the markets are going to be looking closely at what comes out in that data and really what the MPC is going to say. Economists are of two minds about it.
Yeah.
They are anticipating that we will get a 25 basis point increase, but others are hoping, based on the weak growth and the reducing inflationary pressures, we will see them keep rates the same. So I don't know if we're going to be paying more for our cars, but I'm rather nervous.
I hope not, because I just bought a house and I don't want to be paying more for my bond. Fingers crossed, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, both of them.
Fingers crossed.
All right, so the rand, of course, stronger, though, despite the latest move on land reform.
No, absolutely. So the rand has been doing very well this week. We have seen news out of Britain with the uncertainty around that deal with the EU. That uncertainty really helped the rand with its gains that we saw trading higher today, as well as the fact that the US Federal Reserve has come out to say, based on the weak growth in the US, they might look at holding on those interest rate increases. And that, of course, did contribute to a weaker dollar, which in turn contributes to a stronger rand. So that was an interesting one to see. And I mean, we will see that as the situation with the EU and the UK died down, perhaps the rand will start to feel pressure based on that constitution amendment that has been called for. This is something that will be spooking investors. Mining stocks might have an impact. Property stocks might see an impact there. So we're going to be seeing a lot of reaction post the global news dying down in terms of the US and their Federal Reserve, as well as the Brexit.
All right, and then, of course, Transnet, really, when can we ever say something good about Transnet? What's happening there?
This is a very sad story, Shahan. So 100 billion rand, that is how much they are owing their pensioners. And I say that it's a very sad story because this is a battle that has been going on for 10 years. So, and even what's worse there is that about 300 to 400 of these pensioners are dying each month. So a lot of them aren't seeing this money that they've been fighting for. And all of this is based on a promise that was made by Transnet in 1989, saying that they will be increasing annually 70% of the inflation rate plus 2% to the pension contributions. So this went well till about 2003, and then it suddenly came to a stop. So the lawyers representing these former employees are saying that currently the people that are still alive, which about 50,000 of them, are earning less than 4,000 rand a month. So it's a very difficult time for them, and they have indicated that they will be talking to Minister Pravin Gordhan about this. Of course, Transnet has been very hard-headed about the situation, so there's been a lot of back and forth in courts, lots of money spent, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because Transnet doesn't have the kind of money. They are talking about 100 billion rand. Economists say that this could really impact South Africa's economy and might even cause us to be downgraded to junk status by the ratings agencies.
Well, Transnet couldn't afford all of that money because those senior executives were busy looting all that money.
Getting really amazing bonuses.
Yes, exactly. It's sickening, actually.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Rupiwa Madzena.